All right. And so this week, I thought my goddess guidance cards were over here where they normally are, but they weren't. They were over here to my left, not in my normal meditation space. And so I say that because I accidentally picked up the Ascended Masters deck here. However, we had two Divine Feminine cards come out. So I think that is divinely timed per usual. And the first card that came out was the goddess Hina, which is about freedom. Coincidentally, Hina is a Hawaiian goddess. Recently, not even recently, currently, they're still rebuilding Hawaii. So I think this is very interesting because she is a fire goddess and we are here in the season of Sagittarius, which is all about freedom. Okay, so she's a beautiful, beautiful goddess. I think it's pretty cool that this is the first goddess guidance of December, and coincidentally, things were switched up here. And we're starting off with freedom in Sagittarius season. Okay. The second goddess that came out while I was shuffling the wrong deck is Paravati. She is an Indian goddess or Hindu goddess of positive change. So y'all, we have freedom and positive change. Okay. So if you are catching this on the live or on the replay, well, guess what? Celebrate yourself, because this is an awesome opportunity to shift, to make substantial shift. I had a hard time saying that because I was trying to say significant and substantial at the same time. Ain't mixed. All right, so let me tell you a little bit. Forgot Mercury getting her got down micro braids. I can't talk now. She want to get some Gatorade micro braids. Mercury's pre-shadow is here and I can't talk all of a sudden. So Miss Hina, freedom. She is a Polynesian and Hawaiian moon goddess, and she's considered so beautiful that no one can look directly at her. She felt compassion for the natives, so she threw pieces of the moon down to the islands to provide for their material needs. The pieces turned into banyan trees, which the natives pounded into tapas cloths used in clothing and commerce. She is also called upon for issues involving fertility, fruitfulness, attraction, magnetism, and manifestation. I'm loving this, y'all. Thank you all for being here and for us divinely channeling this. This is very cool. And then we have Miss Paravati, who is all about positive change. Let's see. All right. So sometimes Paravati, I'm sorry, I'm reading the sometimes spelled Parvati. Okay, but Paravati is a Hindu goddess of mountains, marriage, and households. Legend says that Shiva, the Hindu god, was grief-stricken following the death of his first love, Sati. So he retreated to a mountain cave. When Paravati was born in the mountains, Shiva fell in love with her devotion to helping the planet and all of humanity. They became united in love, and together they had a son, Ganesha. He's the elephant-headed goddess who is the remover of obstacles. And you can call upon Paravati for solace and solutions to any seeming problem, especially if you're meditating in the mountains. All right, so I really want to tap into that meditating in the mountains thing. So when you go into meditation, you can just see yourself there. That's great. But then I was kind of like, we're in Georgia. I think we're above sea level. I'm not a topographist or whatever you want to call them. I'm not into topography. But anyways. The Sagittarius season, y'all got my mind all over the place. Anyways. I'm in a happy place though. So it's good. All right. So just take in all of your surroundings in this moment. Allowing your eyes to gently close. And just settling in, allowing yourself to gently land here in this space. Noticing all that you brought with you and knowing that all is welcome. All aspects of you are invited to be here. All of you is welcomed in this space. Just taking a moment to check in with your breath. Noticing its rate, its ebb and flow, its quality. There's no rating for your breath, just simply observing, noticing how smooth or slow it moves in and out the body, noticing any areas of restriction as you invite the breath in deeper into the body. Eventually getting to a place where you expand. On the inhale, breathing in, expanding the belly, the heart space, the mind, the crown. Exhale, reversing the flow, allowing your crown to settle. The space between the brows relaxes. The jaw relaxes. Neck, shoulders, heart space, all soften and relax. Softening the belly, moving deeper into the hips. Just feeling yourself rooting down to the legs. Anchoring into whatever space you're in right now. Office, car, home. Doesn't matter where you are in this moment. Just allowing yourself to be present to all that is. What do you see, sense, notice, smell, taste, feel? What are you choosing to notice? What are you focusing less upon? It's okay to walk away from restriction, to be free. Just bring to mind a couple things you'd like to just randomly be free of and see how that feels. It could be some sort of relationship or identity. It could be a habit, a pattern. Part of who you are, part of who you were. It can be global, it can be intimate and personal. What would it feel like to just walk away from that restriction? Maybe it's more energetic, like lack, feeling less than, too much, not enough. Or do you feel restricted? Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, financially, creatively. Scanning your body from head to toe, noticing where you may feel restricted in the scope of your entire life. Where you are right here, right now. Where do you feel blocked or restrained in moving forward? What would it feel like to just walk away, be free? Maybe it deals with business and coworkers, relatives. Identify what is holding you back. What do you feel like is holding you back? As you become aware of that, pretend like you can just gather it all up. Notice where you feel it in the mind, in the heart, in the body, in your soul. Gathering it all up. You can put it in a basket, you can put it in a trash bag, a box, a ball of light. And then allow yourself to release it. Releasing those blockages, that resistance to the heavens above, spirit, to your guides, beings of light that surround you, to the earth below. What would it feel like to just walk away from any restrictions that you may be feeling or sensing? It's okay if you feel scared or nervous. This is just an experiment, an exercise. You can always go back to that worry, that fear, if you'd like. No judgment. It is all in accordance with your divine will. You have options. You have a choice. You're creative. There's nothing to be stuck, stagnant. It's only in the mind. And here we stretch the mind just a little bit. Or maybe we go all out. Find what is comfortable for you. Go only to the edge of your threshold, finding that space between ease and effort. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, sensually, monetarily. You're being reminded that you have the power, the right to change your life. Say that once again. You have. You have the power. You have the right. You have permission to change your life. Where'd you see it going? Is it switched up from the direction you thought it was going to be in? That's okay. It's perfectly fine. Sometimes spirit creates a shift for us because we get too stuck on one vision, one expectation, and we don't allow other options to present themselves, even though we might think that we do. As women, do we feel that we do? That enhances your intuition. It allows you to connect with a deeper part of yourself. You have permission to change your life. So where do you feel stuck? And when you put the two together, permission to change your life and where you feel stuck, 1 + 1 is 2. So change it. You have permission to change your circumstance, to change your life. You have options. And if you don't, you can create them. You are the embodiment of the divine feminine. Options is what you do. Creating is what you do. Expanding, moving beyond, moving past, moving through, moving over, moving under, moving how you want to move is what you do. That is your birthright. There are no blocks or limitations, only that which is within the mind. And this card signifies that your soul is crying out for more freedom. Where is your soul crying out for more freedom? Don't worry about how much time we have left because you got to go deep. Just go where you can in this time and know that it's right for you. I'm here as your guide. I'll take you deep and I'll bring you out as necessary. So just flow. This message signifies that your soul is crying out for more freedom. Where is your soul crying out for more freedom? Especially as it involves your life's purpose. Where is your soul crying out for more freedom? Notice it, sense it. Breathe into it. Lean into it. Give yourself a moment to just explore. It's okay to take a break. This is your break to think clearly, to think freely, to feel, to notice, to observe. Thinking about your desires, your available options, and the permission you have to create more options. It is your gift as the embodiment of the divine feminine to create. How can you be more fruitful in this season of your life, in this moment? Not everything bears fruit year-round, but still, there is fruit that is harvested. There is still a harvest year-round. It's simply about perspective. A shift in the mind, what you choose to focus on. Thoughts of limitation and restriction, or you can expand your vision, shift your perspective. Because yes, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it may be winter, and only a limited amount of fruit or harvest may be reaped, but the other side of the planet has spring and summer. What are you choosing to focus on? What if you can be here, but still bear fruit there? Still reap a harvest there? Give yourself that maneuverability, that freedom to be here and there, to be prosperous in all areas. When that comes together as a whole, it's known as abundance. It's not limited. You are not limited, only in the thoughts you choose, own, cultivate, harvest. You see the divine feminine above and below, known as Mother Earth or Mother Nature. We hold both within our physical bodies. And she always supports a desire for expansion. So just take a moment. Notice, do you feel big or do you feel small? In relativity to the space that you're in right now. In relativity to maybe the building that you're in. In relativity to your county, city, state, country, earth, galaxy, universe, however far you want to expand yourself, but just notice from your physical body outwardly in every direction, where do you feel like your energy stops? Is it like a foot out from your body? 2, 3 feet out? What would it feel like to push it further out? Maybe like 5, 6 feet out in every direction. Maybe you allow it to expand above you to 10 feet, 100 feet high in the sky, 1,000 feet up into the air. Continuing to expand in every direction, allowing yourself to energetically and through your imagination to just stretch through time and space. Create space for yourself. Notice what it feels like to just expand. You might feel yourself breaking through some things. That's okay. It's all just an experiment, right? Playfulness, simulation. Allowing yourself to expand energetically, mentally, all the way out to the far edges of the universe. Anytime you feel small, remember you can come back to this space, this moment of expansion. Notice where you feel small and allow it to grow. The divine feminine supports a desire for creativity. You feel mentally in a rut, indecisive, uncertain, anxious, worried. Maybe you just allow your crown to sit firmly upon your head. You hold yourself in high regards because you know that this is something you can easily tap into, creativity. It is part of the essence from spirit above, pouring down upon you. It is also part of the fertility and abundance that Mother Earth provides from below you. Invite both aspects, above and below, into your being, into your body. This is what they call embodiment. Energy in motion throughout the body in any moment. maybe creativity is too focused in your mind of what that should look like. What would it just feel like to be creative without any mental attachment of what that should look like? To just be creative. And sometimes the ability to create is simply allowing our minds to open, to be open to creativity, which is a creation in itself. You see how powerful you are. The divine supports freedom. Where do you feel as if you are just tired and through, done and over it? Hand it over to spirit. It's okay to just dump that trash and let it go. Keep it moving. There's no need for guilt in this space, no shame. That is what we are here for. Dump and release. Break through, sis. Lighten your load. And just breathe. Where do you feel restricted? Is it in spirit? Is it in the mind? Is it in your emotions? I get that a lot of us are in our minds about it because we think too much, we overthink. And we might feel that restriction, that focus, whether we realize it or not, within the center of the mind or forward from that. We might feel it right behind the space in our forehead. What would it feel like to just allow your focus, mental energy, to just have a seat? It's like if it could just recline in the back of the head. Kick its feet up. Got a nice lazy boy there for it to rest upon. And take a deep breath. Bring your awareness slowly down to the heart space, allowing it to soften. Bringing it into the belly, allowing the belly to soften. Hips, thighs, knees, ankles, feet, toes, all relax. Say yes. All you got to do is say yes. And the universe will say yes in response to you. Positive changes are on the way. It's okay if your likes and dislikes evolve or change. You have permission to grow and to expand, to evolve. No one said you had to stay the same. And anyone who said that, well, that's on them because you have permission to change and to grow. Show them what it looks like. Show them what it feels like to be free. to embrace change, to outgrow situations that once appealed to you. You want to stay stuck and stagnant. It's more fun to be free, spirited. Allow any blocks to dissolve. Allow them to wash away. Take a deep breath. Know that these positive developments are signaling your spiritual growth. You're growing. It doesn't matter the rate, the pace, the color, the size, the smell, feel. It doesn't matter. You are growing. Your process is unique. Imagine how fun that is. To know that your process of growth and expansion is unique. Others might look like that. They might feel or seem similar, but still, there's an authenticity there that is unique to you. There's no competition for your life force. Some of these situations that you're currently going through are blessings in disguise. What would it feel like to accept that? It might be pushing you to make necessary changes beyond your comfort zone. That just means you're on the right path. How exciting will you allow it to feel to start completely over? It's like a rebirth. You have permission to start all over. Scratch that, wipe that off the chalkboard, and start all over. If you own that truth and move from that space mentally and emotionally, physically, what would be different? Knowing that you have permission to change your life. It's okay. In this container, this space, we support that. That's what we want you to do. It's to change your life. So go ahead and do it. You are supported here. You are welcomed here. You are celebrated here in all of your uniqueness. Come as you are. We hold space for you to bloom in your own time. No pressure, no rush. Just witnessing your bounty, your beauty. Spirit stands to support you. Whatever you ask for, what do you need right now? What is missing? What is missing? Take a moment to contemplate. What is missing? What is missing in the different areas of your life? And just notice what comes to you. What is missing? Let go and enjoy the ride, baby girl. All of this is truly happening for the best. There is no need to perfect anything right now. Give yourself the freedom to just raw and purely create. Let it be messy and chaotic and organic. Let it be wild and free. It's kind of fun, isn't it? A little rebellious. It's okay. Maybe your rebellion is just showing up here to this space. It's okay. You are always welcome. That is what we are here for. We welcome you in this space just as you are. We hold space for your freedom, your changes, your growth, your expansion. We hold space in love for you here and now. Whatever, however you want to show up, it's perfect and divine. Whatever you want to change is accepted. It is perfect and divine. Whatever you want to celebrate about yourself is also perfect and divine. You have all the freedom here in this space to be who you are, to be what was, and to be what is coming. Here in this space, you are free. You are loved, you are celebrated. All of you, individually and collectively, I celebrate you. So I'll just give you a moment or two just to explore and to eventually land back here in the now. But there is no rush. You have a couple moments. Just feel, to just vibe, to integrate. Positive changes are on the way. May you receive this 100%. True autonomy and freedom in the pursuit of your dreams and your heart's desires. It's manifesting right now. It's okay to revel in this truth, in this space. It's okay to explore what that might feel like, look like. There's no need to push yourself, to rush. Just breathe. All is coming. In the yogic traditions, there's a saying, keep your practice, and all is coming. Notice it didn't say perfection. Keep your practice, and all is coming. May you be well in this moment and every moment forward. May the blessings of the universe roll in ecstasy at your feet. May you receive all the goodness that you desire and deserve. Wish this upon you and better. And so it is. see. Well, let's do the collective message here first. I think I had a couple. All right, so I reached over and grabbed my goddess guidance cards, which is one that I normally do on Tuesdays. But if you missed my whole little spiel in the beginning, I accidentally grabbed the wrong deck, and it was my Ascended Masters deck. But two goddess cards came out anyways, so we are still on point and on brand and in the flow. All right. But I was thinking about like the collective message, because then I reached over and actually got my goddess cards, and three cards came out. So I was like, whoa. But I'm kind of feeling that this is a thing. I don't feel like it's for anyone that's like on here as they're reading. I think this is okay, so I'm just gonna go. Collective message. So I had three goddess guidance cards come up. One is Mawu, who is of Mother Earth. Okay, she talks about environmentalism. I first of all, I think this deck, I love this deck, but it was also made like a long time ago. And Miss Doreen, 2004. Okay, 2004 is the last time it was copywritten. So 2004, shit, I was 24 years old. That was a while ago. But 2004 was a while ago. And since then, Miss Doreen Virtue, who created some of these very wonderful decks that I have grown to love, she has since changed her spirituality. She's also created this Ascended Masters deck here as well. You can see Doreen Virtue. She just became more, I guess, more focused on her religious practice of Christianity versus spirituality. And anyways, these cards have helped me tremendously in my journey, so I'm going to still use them. Okay. And I channel their energy. But for that being said, Mawu to me is one of Mother Earth. I don't think it's necessarily about environmentalism. I'll break this all down in a second for the collective message. The next one is a past life with the goddess Isis. She says the situation involves your past life memories. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of energy on this one. And then the next one is Damara, who is about guiding children. She says, you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. The reason why I say this is kind of heavy is because I'm not one to watch the news, but I see enough and know enough about what's going on in the world. And when I say mother, the divine mother is screaming. She is screaming. It's very strong energy. As a mother, I could not imagine some of the atrocities that are happening in the world, and being not only a part of that, but for my own flesh and blood, to be in that. Not to get too dark, I'm trying to make it fast, but like I have friends of mine that are Palestinian, and so I watch their stories to stay like up on what's going on through their lens. And I'm just like, a 3-day-old baby, like a 6-month-old, a 2-year-old, like a whole family, like generations. You got a grandfather had great grandkids, great grandkids, and now like they're all gone, and it's just him. Like, what? So anyways, when I say the mother Earth is screaming, between Mother Earth here with Mawu, past life with Isis, and then Damara with guiding children. I don't think this message collectively is asking for a lot. I'm getting emotional. I think this message is one of inclusion. So it's like when you meditate, okay, I'm not crying anymore. I feel really happy. But I realized what this was. So Mother Earth, the divine feminine, is crying, screaming for her sisters, her daughters, her siblings, her babies, her daughters, her sons, like all that. And I just realized that we're doing a 31-day meditation. And where there is multiples, there is power, great, great power. And this is a space for the divine feminine. We have goddess guidance, right? Okay, so follow me. But I realized that spirit is showing through these cards of past life, which is trauma and all the colonialism, genocide shit. Okay, we're going to go on a little venture, it feels like, this month. Hello, Sag season. And then Mother Earth, Capricorn energy coming in, like, hey, okay, we got to get this together. And then we also have Damara, who is guiding young children, future generations. I feel like the message here is for us to join together, whether you meditate daily or you pray or whatever it is. You show up to this space for the month of December on Tuesdays. I think it's a message that the divine feminine is sending to, hey, let's cohort, let's get this together, let's pray together, let's meditate together. When you do your daily meditations through this 31-day challenge, please send some love, do whatever it is that you feel called to do spiritually, energetically, woo-winly, you know, whatever, that's not a word, but whatever magic you possess. And I will also take that into account in the next few meditations, but like, let's close this cycle out. Okay, like, just this shit ain't working. This masculine, you know, angry man type stuff, you know, like, this shit ain't working. Period. It's not. Look. Okay. So I think as you meditate through this month, as you pray through this month, please use your love, your light, your grace, your kindness, your beauty, your strength to send that not only to cover those in those spaces and places, but the next generations to come, as well as to shift things and know that the good that you put out there comes back to you tenfold. So as you do good, it comes back to you. In the world, clearly, Divine Mother Earth is calling out for your assistance. So I don't care how small you feel. I taught you in the meditation earlier how to expand yourself, expand your own container. So expand it, and in that expanded state, pray, meditate, send love, send light, ground, you know, cast a spell, whatever it is that you do. And may that manifest tenfold on behalf of the greater good of humanity, the divine feminine, her babies, her children, which includes us, okay, which includes you. And yeah, may we all experience freedom, which was tonight's message, first one that came out, and positive changes. Like how I brought that back together. Go on my rants, but I bring it back together. All right. So that is the collective message. Hope to see y'all next week.